Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we've got a pretty exciting topic. It's all about the dreaded F word as it relates to financial independence. So today we're talking all about frugality and minimalism and how it can really help you on your journey. So make sure you remember to click the like button, ring that bell notification, and you can also follow us on our journey to financial independence.
And the first thing that we wanted to cover today is the fundamentals of financial independence. And what exactly financial independence means? Well, in simple terms, that's when your investments, they generate enough passive income to cover your living expenses. It sounds good, that sounds beautiful, but basically, where does frugality and minimalism comes in? That's one of the other topics that we wanted to talk to you today.
Yeah, those two things really can help lay that foundation for financial independence. And frugality is often that F word of financial independence. Everybody thinks that it has this negative meaning to it. But really, frugality isn't a negative thing, and it can really have a lot of power on your journey to financial independence. It's not about deprivation. It's just about recognizing what is important in your life and spending your money on those things rather than on unnecessary items that are just going to end up costing you money down the road. So you're really just cutting all those unnecessary expenses out of your life. Maybe you're doing a little more meal prepping at home. Maybe you're not going out to eat as many times in a month, things like that. That is being a little more frugal, but you're not depriving yourself of all those great things that make your life enjoyable.
Yeah, and the other one is minimalism. When we talk about minimalism, it's basically decluttering what you have in your home. We have been doing this over the last, oh my God, I don't even know, even though it's more
about 2 years.
2 years or so. We still have a lot of stuff to get over, but we have started this process. And the reason why is by next year, as we do record this video in August 2023, in April 2024, we will become financially independent. We should, by this point, become, minimalism and only travel with what we have in our backpacks.
Yeah, that's going to be our goal anyways. Get rid of everything, potentially including our home. We haven't made that momentous decision yet, but yeah, really pare down everything we have and declutter our lives. So when you think about it, how does frugality and minimalism really play into the topic of financial independence? Well, if you're being more frugal or minimalist in your mindset, then you're not spending as much money on those unnecessary things that we spoke about early. You're spending money on things that bring actual meaning into your life and joy, and kind of cutting out all the rest of those unnecessary things. And that money that you would have spent on all of those unnecessary things that don't really bring too much into your life goes to your investments. And those investments are what drive your passive income, which in turn drives your journey to financial independence.
Yeah.
So the next part we're going to talk about is crafting that lifestyle, incorporating the minimalism and the frugality into that. So the very first thing that we think is important is...
it's budgeting. So you need to know where your money is and what you are actually doing with your money. We have been involved in this in our situation as well. And by the way, we do have a spreadsheet that you can use it for free. We are going to link the link down below, so you'll be able to see and you'll be able to budget, because that's a really important topic on this journey.
Yeah, and it's tracking as much as budgeting. This spreadsheet, we don't really budget, but it's important that if you're just starting out, you kind of know exactly where your money's going, right? And by noticing where your money's going, it's going to help you be a little bit more frugal, which is the next part of this whole thing. And you're going to notice where you're spending money on things that are really not important to you, right? It doesn't mean you're sacrificing quality in your life. We're not saying don't go to Starbucks for your coffee, but maybe go once a day instead of twice a day, right? Maybe you bring your morning coffee and you walk down in the afternoon. You don't have to sacrifice the quality in your life. You just have to be more conscious about what you're spending your money on.
And another example that we have in our situation is the grocery, for example. There are so many apps that we do take advantage of those apps and finding good deals that we can basically pre-cook our meals for the week, and by doing that and save a little bit of money and saving the environment, which is also important.
Apps like Flip Flash food is a really great one. I think it's all across Canada, and I think it might be in the States as well, where grocery stores will put their products that are just before expiry on these apps, and it's a really great way to save a ton of money, especially on things like meat.
100%. You can always pause this video if you want to, but all the links that we are talking about on this video, they are going to be available as well. So we can go and take a look and make sure that follow them up.
And in regards to the minimalism and incorporating that into your lifestyle, it's really more about just taking a pause. Before you buy something, we're not saying don't go out and buy things, but take a pause, maybe incorporate the 72-hour rule into your buying practices and really think about whether what you're wanting to spend your money on is going to bring joy into your life, or is it just going to add to the clutter and the stress that you already feel in what's going on every day right now. So just kind of take a pause before you make some of those expenses. And I think you're going to notice that as you start to declutter your life, pare down on what you buy, and become more mindful about everything you buy, you're going to become less stressed in life as well.
100%. I am a living example that this is actually the case. By the way, my name is Jean. This is my lovely wife, Christine. We haven't said even our names, but we have not been following Journey to Financial Independence. Go and take a look. So since 2019, we are here sharing the journey with you. Going back to the main point where I have to talk about downsizing and decluttering, this is also important. We have to start thinking about, we have so many things in our lives, and it's just time to get rid of them and donate and find ways to
rehome things.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. I mean, we just spoke about how we're intentionally planning to live out of a backpack during our financial independence. We can't take trinkets and knickknacks and pictures and frames and all of this kind of stuff with us on the road. And we certainly aren't going to be paying hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars a year in storage fees to keep it locked in a box somewhere. So it's really important to start decluttering and downsizing as well for financial independence. Not only can you sell a bunch of this stuff, that money goes right back into your investments to start generating more passive income, but it really does bring a sense of peace and calm. The less clutter there is around you, the less stressed you tend to feel.
The third point on this video, which is how can we supercharge your path to financial independence? And the first one is invest in your savings wisely. We have been doing this by finding ways to save and to invest. I'm sorry if the quality of the video is not good. The sun keeps changing. We are not professional video editors.
If someone can tell us how to keep this light quality the same even when the sun shifts onto our faces, that'd be great.
Share in the comments below. I believe it's a benefit to you, and we have been trying to make the quality of videos even better. I'm sorry, but we don't have money to pay you yet, but maybe one day, who knows? And the money that you save by being frugal, we use this money to investment. The first, one of the beauties of the world is the power of compounding interest. There's so many calculators out there that you can use, and you say that by investing, let's say $100 over the, 5, 10, or 15, or 20 years, you're going to see the results of keeping that money there. So that's why we are really, really into investing and being mindful of those investments.
And doing it smart, right? Like you don't want to be investing your life savings into really risky stocks or real estate ventures and stuff like that. Be very mindful and smart about your investments as well, but make sure you get your money working for you so that it does have time to compound. And the next thing is really set some milestones and goals for yourself. It can seem quite daunting at the beginning of your journey to financial independence to think about, oh my gosh, I need to save X amount of dollars to be able to retire in 10 years, 15, 20 years, right? So set smaller goals for yourself. I don't know, start with your first $10,000 in savings. Once you hit that goal, maybe it's 50 or 100, or buying your first house or something like that, saving enough for a down payment. Set smaller goals so that you can achieve those, and that just fuels you with more energy to keep going.
Another topic is continuous learning and growth. By sharing our journey to financial independence with you, we are learning as we go. We are not financial experts at all, but by using what we have learned over the years and the comments from you and relying on other experts on the field, we have been learning, and this is something that you should we believe that we should do it as well.
Yeah, and it's not like we're ever going to stop learning, because things constantly are changing in your personal life as well as in the financial world and your goals in general, right? So it's something that's constantly growing and changing, and you're going to have to grow and change with it. So that's something that's not going to change, but ultimately, if you don't keep up with it, your journey to financial independence is going to be a little bit harder.
100%. And the power is in your hands. Go to the library, search, for courses online and even on YouTube as you are doing this now, and hopefully you'll be able to learn and grow the same way as we are.
And there you have it. That's how minimalism and frugality can really kind of help lay the foundation for your journey to financial independence. Remember, this isn't about deprivation or, cutting out the joy in your life. It's really about finding the joy in your life and concentrating on those items and those moments, as opposed to cluttering it up with a bunch of little things. And just remember, this is not a fast sprint to the finish. This is going to be a marathon, right? So take your time.
42,100 and something.
Take your time. You're going to get there. And if you set all those little goals along the way, it's going to keep adding to your sense of accomplishment and keep you moving towards that ultimate goal of financial independence.
Yes, and if you think this video is helpful, give us a thumbs up, share in the comments below, and what are some of the things that you have learned in our journey to financial independence as well. We hope that you're well, we hope that you're safe, and we will see you in our next video.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.